everyone, welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront Talks. I'm Clone Trooper 163, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about what I want to see in Star Wars Battlefront, the reboot by DICE, and then we're going to speculate a little bit about, hey, what we may think that's going to be in the game, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some of the info that's been released about the game so far, and then I'm going to answer a small question about where the assets went for Star Wars Battlefront 3. Someone left a comment in my last video, so I'm going to address that. So let's get started on these subjects. So today, I really wanted to do a what I want to see in Star Wars Battlefront by DICE. So this was a good episode for it. And my first thing I really want to see in the game is space to ground. We really need that in this next game. I think if they, if they're going to do it, 100% guaranteed that they're going to be doing it. But if they don't get it and we get just ground maps and space maps separate, people are still going to buy this game because we've been wanting a Battlefront game for 8 years, and it's just, we want it, so we're going to buy it whether it has space to land or not, space to ground or not. And definitely they're going to add it. Don't sit there and say, well, maybe now after me saying that they're not, but they are. They're going to add it. That's probably the first thing DICE probably looked at was space to ground in the game because, DICE says they're going to make Battlefront like it always should have been and through their vision. So, Battlefront always should have been space to ground. Why separate space maps and land maps and not have them together? That's kind of stupid. That's Star Wars way. You have to have space portion of the map to get to the land portion of the map. Basically, you defeat the forces in space, and then people can deploy their troops underground. That's like in the Clone Wars. They did that, the TV show, and other things. They did that as well. But the next one is we already know about this, but third person, and that's really what I wanted to see back in this. First off, before they even announced it that they were going to add third person, people were speculating, that DICE has never done third person. And you got to realize this, if in Battlefield 4, they've been showing these little clips that have been sent to different YouTubers, and basically, if you look at Battlefield 4 spectator mode without the HUD, without the the HUD, the icons, and all that turned on, that could be a really good third person. They could have they could edit that, add aim, kind of like an aim down your sight type of deal that zooms in on your character a little bit, so you can and position it a little off to the left and back a little, and they could make that perfect, and seamless between third and first person. I want to see a really in-depth first-person mode like Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4's. I don't want to see Battlefield 1 or 2's back where it's just, you reload your gun off screen, you zoom into like a reticle instead of, zooming down your sights to shoot. I think a first-person mode for the game I think they should look at is the Call of Duty 4 mod, Star Wars Galactic Warfare, I think it was called. They had a really cool first-person mode that you could view down the sights of a E11 Stormtrooper blaster or a Rebel blaster. It was very amazing, So I hope they do something like that, and we actually get to see reloading of the power cells and all that into the weapons, and it would be cool to see also attachments in some way, shape, or form into the Star Wars games. We were going to see that in First Assault, but we never got to play that game. But that would be awesome. And a lot of people, when they talk about the third-person mode, a lot of people have reported that, hey, probably DICE is not going to do third-person mode for characters, just for vehicles, ships, stuff like that. DICE is not going to limit third-person just to vehicles. Don't expect that. They're going to make it the character. Just because, DICE has made nothing but first-person shooters and different type and first-person aspect to games, don't think that they're not going to make third-person on your characters. And they're going to really make a really amazing first-person. I also want to see prone and crouch and all that back, because we didn't get prone in Battlefront 2, and that really kind of ticked me off when I popped in and said, how do I prone? Went and searched online, and you couldn't prone in the game. So, really want that back. I really want to see really in-depth vehicle combat. I want to see, instead of one trooper inside of an LAAT, I want to see multiple troopers. Like, instead of having, one trooper inside just holding onto the thing, or like in Star Wars Battlefront 3 by Free Radical, they were going to have it to where you could actually shoot out of the side of the gunship, and maybe they'll do something cool with an LAAT where you have two on each side, and then you have, the two guys on the ball turrets on the side, and then the guy controlling the missiles, and the two co-pilots. That would be awesome. Or maybe the co-pilot is actually controlling the missiles and the side beams, while the pilot is actually controlling the two guns in the front. That'd be awesome. Um, Now, in the video here that I'm doing a Battlefront 2 campaign, I'm playing the Star Wars Battlefront Evolved mod, which basically changed some of the classes. And I like how the third person aimed down your sight there. Maybe DICE should do something like that. That's really awesome. I want to see, also, on to the next point, I want to see Levolution introduced into Battlefront 3. I want to see maps that ships can crash into, like the skyscraper on the Shanghai map. And it just completely puts like dust and all this stuff on the map, and you can walk inside the cruiser, the parts that are capable of being walked into. If the hangar's still capable, stuff will spawn from the hangars. If there's a command post in the hangar and it's still, fine, the command post now that maybe the ship crashed into is now the hangar command post. That would be awesome to see. And I want to see a lot of destructible environments. I want to see footprints from AT-ATs or ATTEs make a footprint in the ground, and really in-depth, stuff like when you throw a grenade, particles from the ground fly out and makes a little tiny crater, and stuff like that. I want to see, like this structure I'm coming up on the Hoth base that enters through Echo base there. I want to be able to destroy the top of that and collapse it, and maybe you can't get through that area anymore. You have to go all the way around, and that's what I want to see. I want to see Levolution introduced big time in this game. I mean, it would make it so amazing to see. And probably, there's more points that I want to get to, but I want to get to the other parts of the discussion that I want to talk about. But custom classes, character, and weapon customization would be amazing in the game. Want to be able to customize my character, even cross-faction customization. After you get to a certain point in your ranking or something, you can unlock different armor attachments for like clones. You can unlock clone armor for stormtroopers and vice versa. So the next point is the next part of the subject. DICE has recently announced that, an EA exec has actually announced that Battlefront may not release until 2015 or summer 2015, and I'm really sad about that, because I really thought it was going to come out in 2014. I thought, 2014, it would be really amazing to see. Maybe winter 2014 it would come out. DICE would have it, and then have it out by then, and then release all this content for it like they did Battlefield 3, and then all these this DLC content would be tailored to the movies in some way. Some content, would be tailored to it closer to the movie release. And J.J. Abrams has said this movie may even take, if possible, 2016 to release. So what's going to happen in 2015 if they say, hey, we're not ready to release the movie, and it's 2016? Is DICE going to delay Battlefront until 2016? I can't wait another, 11 years? I can't do that. There's no way I can wait another 11 years for a Battlefront game. I will go crazy. We also know that summer 2015's possible release for the game. We'll know more probably at the February, March, April maybe about Battlefront, and then an E3 will probably bring a big trailer for the game. And I bet you anything DICE is going to announce a beta at the end of this year that's leading into 2015, saying, at the end of 2014 they'll release a beta, and then they'll have like maybe an alpha instead of a beta in 2014, and then a beta in 2015, and then right before the game launches, that's what we'll have. We'll have the game. We also know that DICE is making this as their own vision. We already know that. Not much else news on it right now, except for the third person, in the 2015 possible launch of the game, summer 2015. DICE, if you know this, DICE has never released a game, as far as I know, in the summer. It's always been September, October, or November for their game launches. I've never seen a game launch in the summer from DICE. So it's something new, something different. And I think DICE is going to probably make big maps, space to ground maps. They're going to do all of the classic Battlefront stuff that we know and love from 1, 2, and, well, I have to say it, Renegade and Elite Squadron, because I don't consider them Battlefront games. I just consider them, third-person shooters, that you can explore and have fun in, because basically there hardly is any vehicles that you can drive or anything in both those games. So I don't consider it a Battlefront game, those Battlefront games, but, DICE, I hope that they, you know, we know for a fact that this game is going to be top quality. Some people that don't have money to buy next gen consoles are going to upgrade their PCs to play this on the PC. And DICE is going to really go all out on this and make it probably the most amazing Star Wars game of all time. You probably think, oh, well, 1313 looked great, and now that's canceled. And now we got this. Once we see real, true in-game footage of this game, it's going to blow our minds. It's going to literally blow our minds. Um, Bringing up this point of heroes, since I'm playing as Darth Vader here, do I think DICE is going to put heroes in the game? Probably, but I hope that they do it in a way that they're so not overpowered. I could play here as Darth Vader, probably with maybe 100 plus reinforcements on the enemy team, probably cut them probably by 75% in probably a few minutes if I got to their command post quick enough and attacked them. I think heroes are overpowered that use melee weapons like lightsabers and stuff like that. I think heroes like Han Solo, Boba Fett, those heroes. I think they're too. They're actually perfect. I hope they add a hero assault mode back. I hope they add heroes controlled by AI. Now in Battlefront 3 by Free Radical, they were actually creating heroes, multiple heroes. So you could have like Han and Luke and Vader and Boba Fett all in the same battle, and could be AI controlled. I hope that they do that. I hope that they bring back the AI controlled heroes, so you could limit. So say if you wanted to say in your server, you could say, well, I want the AI to only be the heroes or the villains. I want something like that. That'd be awesome to have. Not much else that I can really talk about. No, customizable heroes I don't want to see. I don't want any customizable heroes whatsoever. That would be stupid. Now, vehicles. A lot of vehicles. I want all the classic vehicles back. Now that would be awesome. Speculating that DICE is probably going to add the AT-ST back, the AT-AT, which we already know. Snow Speeder. They're going to add hopefully the AT-RT Walker. I hope they add all the factions from the previous games. Rebel, Empire, Republic, Separatist. They will probably have those as the stock factions during the main launch of the game. DLC comes out. They'll probably add different factions. Maybe not. They may just add more customizable character options, more maps, and more maps maybe tailored to the Episode 7 movies. I don't think they're going to do Episode 7 factions, because probably it's going to be the New Republic in Episode 7, not Rebel Alliance or any of those. It's going to be New Republic and probably Hand of the Empire. I don't really am not familiar with those at that era, but DICE is really going to do a lot with this game. But we're going to see just the original four factions. That's it. Oh yeah, and to go back to what I want to see a big, extensive Galactic Conquest mode. I want to be able to, have all these different upgrades for my ships, like I mentioned in my first video. You can go view that and check that out, and the stuff that I talked about, the Galactic Conquest mode. I hope my second video, my third video is actually, I don't know what I'm going to do for my third video. Hopefully new info is released and stuff like that. I may just do a Let's Play video of Battlefront 2 or Elite Squadron. I don't know yet. And hopefully, by the end of the year, we know a lot more info. Gamescom's coming up at the 25th. Hopefully we know something from there. EA's bringing a lot of games there. But anyways, this has been Clone Trooper 163. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like the video. Have a great day.